Good morning, howdy y'all. Welcome back to It's a Seago Thing, multi-purpose channel where we basically talk about anything and everything. Thank you guys so much for coming back, and if you're brand new here, welcome. Check out all of my videos. I work as hard as I can on them, given the time, sometimes limited time that I have. But definitely like, share, and please subscribe, as I would love for you guys to continue following our wild and crazy journey. So I am outside with Jimmy and Atlas. I'm going to let you guys take a look at them. Let's see. Jimmy. Jimmy. Atlas. Oh, so I am just gonna get some breakfast here going for myself, and about to get some coffee going as well, because I definitely need my coffee in the morning. I can't survive without it. Jimmy, come down here. Jimmy, hi. So, but today I'm actually going to talk about how to survive your first foster placement. It's a very daunting task. I don't know, this may actually have to be a two-parter. I'm gonna have to kind of see how this goes, because I feel like there's a lot of information that people should be aware of, but there are far more seasoned foster parents than myself and Sean. So you guys who are watching, y'all may disagree, so I don't know. But I just feel like this is something that is a huge struggle for so many couples or single parents. And so I'm going to do the very best I can to provide you guys helpful tips, tricks, things that worked for us, mistakes that we made. I have no problem owning up to mistakes that we've made. So anyway, but I look forward to taking you guys along with my journey today with work, and then trying to get the video out for y'all. All right, see you guys in a little bit. Bye. Jimmy. Jimmy. Oh, Jimmy. So this is our morning time. I love my Jimmy snuggles in the morning. It's the best way to start the day. Jimmy. He's like, I want more to know. Oh, Atlas is ready. All right. I know. Bye, Jimmy. Okay, you ready? Go get it. And this is our morning routine. Go get it. Get that ball. Give it. 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 No. You go get it. No, 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 no. Hey, go get it. Go get it. All right, give me that ball. Give it. Oh, you're not gonna give it to me. Okay, so we are going to talk today about how to prepare for your first foster placement. So for many people who are probably seeking out this information, if you're brand new to fostering, this would probably be a really great video for you to watch. And there are so many other great videos out there. In fact, if you guys would like to, go ahead and check out my channels list. And I think it's usually at the top on my YouTube page. I am subscribed to some other foster parent YouTubers, and I love their videos. I really do. I mean, especially when you scroll back at some of their videos and you watch the journey that they're on with their foster kids, receiving the kids, trying to transition with the kids. Making this video, by the way, isn't just for you. I'm making this for myself because I have a truth that I need to own, and it's very private, and it's been very hard for me to decide if I want to share, but honestly, I feel like it's the best thing to do is to share, because I feel like with us living in such a, I would say, a technologically advanced world, the concept of sharing personal aspects of our life is becoming more mainstream. There are still kind of a generation and a sandwich generation that's still not very comfortable with that, but my generation and the generations below me, that's really what we're doing. And we're becoming more open publicly about aspects of our life, whether it's on Facebook or YouTube or Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, whatever social media outsource you guys express yourselves on. I mean, think about when we had MySpace a long time ago. So how would you prepare for your first foster placement? Okay, so let's break this down into 3 easy steps. Number 1. Okay, number 1 is always be prepared for the unexpected. Okay, so that's that. If you know your age range, get your house ready for that age range. If you are a couple or a family or a single parent or single soon-to-be foster parent who knows that your age is going to be from 0, a baby, to say 3 or 5 years old, which is a very common age range for many people who are just starting out in fostering, then get your house in order, folks. Get those plugs on the outlets. Get that baby crib set up. Get a changing table. Get diapers of different sizes. Start buying formula and different types of formula also. Every grocery trip. Start getting used to buying different things and putting them in a stash. For the longest time, actually for almost 2 years, Sean and I were in between agencies and we respited for a little while. Every time I went to Target, every time I went to H-E-B, our grocery store, I would, at Target or Walmart, I would go to the $1 aisle and look at all of the different little things. And Sean used to just he wasn't frustrated with me, but he would get kind of annoyed because he'd be like, do we have to do this again? And he would really ask me do we really need this? Do we really need all of this? Well, funny enough, when we had 3 girls placed in our home earlier this year, as a foster placement, a lot of the items that I had purchased, which we put in the treasure box for rewards. I'm not even going to edit that out. I'm going to let that stay in. That's not even going to be a blooper. I'm sorry, folks. It is in the afternoon and I'm tired. That's okay. You guys understand how that is. But we would have little toys or little trinkets in a treasure box for the reward system that we used. We would have different little toys and whatnot that I saved for different holidays. So because they spent Easter in our home, and Easter was literally just a few days after they got placed, or not even, probably a week, and we didn't even have time or the budget at that point in time because we were burning through our savings that we had kind of stashed away on clothes, groceries, diapers and pull-ups, wipes. We were burning through a lot of different things, trying to stabilize and trying to, just situate for that first week or 2. And I realized that Easter was on the way, and I told Sean, oh my gosh, these 3 kids, they can't go without having a little Easter gift, at least from us. We knew that they were going to be spending Easter with their biological family, but I wanted them to feel a sense of security and safety in our home. So I went into my stash of all of the different little toys and whatnot, and we put everything together, and Sean and I actually went on our date night. I think it was our date night. We went to Walmart, got extra plastic eggs, extra jelly beans and candies to put in the plastic eggs. These really cute clearance item Easter baskets. And then for each child we bought a big toy. So the littlest one got something for Paw Patrol. The middle child got a Disney princess, and then the eldest one got a Starbucks gift card. And it was just really, we kept a budget. It was small, but that was the last part of our savings that we really wanted to put towards that, because we were having some friends drop off meals, which is another thing that I was going to say, number 2. Number 2, how to prepare for your first placement. Build your tribe. Guys, get with your friends, get with your family. If you go to church, if you are a part of a church group, if you have not found a support group in your local area, please, please, please do that. Here in Houston, we have the Orphan Care Network, which is phenomenal. There are so many churches with different support groups here. Wherever you are, there's got to be a church that has support groups for foster and adoptive parents. This is where you go and build your tribe. If we had not had friends who dropped meals off the first month, I mean, like, they started a meal train. It was the coolest and craziest thing I'd ever seen. And I mean, it really saved our lives because we were just trying so hard to, we had to buy school supplies for 3 children. We had to, get some updated clothes and whatnot. Not that they didn't come with clothes, but some children, we were fortunate these 3 children did come with clothes, but we've had children in our home that don't come with clothes. So you are putting forth a lot. And yes, here in Houston, we do have closets like the Moses Closet, and we have other places that donate things to foster and adoptive families. But sometimes you can't get to them. Sometimes they don't have what you need. Sometimes you just have to bite the bullet and just, pull out your bank card and go for it. And that's just where that's at. So, number one is get your house in order. Plan for the actual ages that you're going to have, and don't go beyond that. Now, here's the tough part. If you're going to have a wide age range, 0 to like 17, that's going to be pretty tricky. And it's really going to require some organization on your part. If you're going to go that route, I would honestly suggest go shopping at the Container Store. I love that place. However, if you're on a really tight budget, which I totally understand, because Sean and I, it's like an ebb and flow. Ever since I've gone back to college, there are times where we're feeling great, and then there are times where we're like, oh, we're at the bottom of the barrel. We need to just kind of take a step back and not spend so much. But so, or go to Target, go to Walmart, get those big plastic bins and label them and fill this up. Okay, this is for this age bracket, this is for this age bracket. And, also if your age range is wide and you're wanting to have boys and girls, you may want to just kind of, okay, this is boys, this age range, girls, this age range. You guys get the idea. So number one, get your house in order. Number two, build your tribe. Find out who can be there for you and say, look, I would really appreciate it if you could start a meal train for us. I would really appreciate it if you could just be our support network. If you could just come over maybe a couple times during the first week or first 2 weeks and help me, in case I need to step away and take a breather. One of the things that really made this past placement so much better than the first 2 we had really now 3 years ago was because we had people who were willing to help us. I had one friend who literally found a woman who was willing to do laundry for me, and I loaded her minivan up with her kids in it, and some of them, and actually she had foster children at the time who she's gone on to adopt. But I loaded up her minivan with our baskets of dirty laundry, seriously. And then the next day, she came to our front doorstep with clean baskets of laundry. I was just like, oh my gosh. And it was wonderful because all I had to do was put the clothes up, which was so much easier than just washing and drying and folding and hanging and doing all of that. And you don't have time. When you get a first placement, you are... Oh, I'm sorry. My phone. You are just insanely busy. You are going to the doctor, or you're getting doctors set up, you're getting dentists set up, you're trying to get appointments set up depending on the age. If you have school-age kids and it is during school time, you are getting them set up with school. If it's during the summer, you're getting them set up with summer camps or daycare. Unless you're a stay-at-home parent, and then at that point in time, you're just trying to find a routine. You're probably having emotional breakdowns. And that's the truth that I have to include here. So here's my little segue. My truth that I have to own up to. So we've had 3 placements in our home, 8 children total in 3 years. Every single time I emotionally lose myself. I cry. I am calling my friends. I am like begging for the madness to stop. all of our sleep is completely thrown off course. The adjustment period for us typically takes about 4 to 6 weeks, and it is really hard. It is really hard. Now, if you have your own children, I have heard it is much, much easier. Sean and I do not have children, so we go from 0 to however many children are in our home, and it's just hard. It is a hard adjustment, especially when you go through a very, healthy period of time of no children in your home, or little frequent sprinkles of respite kids. And then you just wham bam, they're all in your home 24/7, and here we go. It's crazy. So that's my truth that I am owning up to, and I'm providing you guys, is that if you are receiving your first placement, and I will tell you this, 99% of the time, it's always going to be at night. It's always going to be from like 5 p.m. on. There's so many different reasons for that. I know it's because CPS, they're doing everything that they can to complete a full and proper investigation. But here in Texas, especially in Houston, we have never ever had a placement in the morning or in the middle of the day, ever. Now, we have not had a placement in the middle of the night. However, we have been called in the middle of the night. And we accidentally missed that call. It was like 2 in the morning. It was crazy. And I actually feel really bad for missing that call. But we have always received our kids in the evening, and it is always going to be insane. I will say, as part of number 2, building your tribe, have someone who can come over the night the kids get there. And let me tell you why. You and your spouse, or if you are a single parent, you are required to fill out a lot of paperwork. If you have license with an agency, you're going to have CPS, and you're going to have an agency. And the two of them are going to come together, and they're going to make you sign and sign and sign so many things. You're going to feel like you're buying a house. Seriously, it's crazy. And we've been through that, so I know. And I mean, like, Sean and I look at each other like... This past time was the first time that we had someone who ended up becoming our babysitter. And she knew that, because, every time we got a call, I would let her know, hey, okay, this is the gender, this is the age of the child or children, this is a little bit of the situation that we've learned from the CPS caseworker. We've submitted ourselves, so we'll find out. Sometimes we're accepted, sometimes we're not. But when she came over that first night, it made a world of difference, because she was able to be with the 3 kiddos. And, Sean and I had a little bit of time to be with them until she got there. And then we let the CPS and the caseworker get set up in our kitchen on the kitchen table. By the time our babysitter came over, we helped that transition where we introduced the kids to the babysitter and babysitter to the kids. And we were like, hey, let's go upstairs and let's get unpacked and let's look at the rooms. And Sean and I were able to take turns, because a lot of the times the CPS worker and the caseworker for your agency, depending on how you guys license, they'll need both of y'all there, and then they'll need only just one of you there. So, he and I were just tag teaming. It's just basically what we do. All right, so number three. Okay. Try to keep food and, I would say, certain beverages, snacks, and whatnot periodically stocked in your freezer, your refrigerator, and your pantry. Probably not your refrigerator, unless, like, you guys do eat fruit, or I don't know, y'all do eat certain chopped vegetables or whatnot, and you know that these are vegetables that your age range that you're licensed for can handle. Go ahead and increase that part of your budget and have things ready to go in your home. That kind of goes along the line of getting your home in order, but you would be surprised at how, when you get your home in order and you've got clothes hung up in the closet, you've got diapers organized and wipes over here, and you've got the car seats in the back, but then people forget to stock up their fridge. Also, if you know you're starting to get a lot of calls, and there's a time and season where CPS or agencies will be calling you, start making frozen meals for yourself. Fortunately, I had I had about 3 crock pot meals in the freezer that Sean and I were able to eat kind of over a 2 to 3 week period of time. The 3 kids that were in our home earlier this year, they weren't so keen on it, so we were able to use what we would have used for our dinners while he and I are kind of recycling through leftovers, which that's a big step for Sean, because Sean is not a leftovers kind of guy. And ladies out there, if your man is not a leftovers kind of guy, I understand. I understand. But you know, Sean also realized this was just a temporary moment in our life. This was us just surviving, and that's one of many things that I love about him. And so, you know, I'm just giving a shout out to my husband that in that moment when we are just like, and we're trying to figure everything out, and we're trying to figure the kids out and let them figure us out, and we're trying to adjust. You know, it is an adjustment. It is crazy town, and I'm just so thankful and blessed that I have a husband that just gets that sometimes we have to survive. And survival is just what it is. So, you know, try to get some crock pot meals in line and order. Have them frozen. There are some really amazing sites. I'm actually going to put down one site that I love where I get a lot of my crock pot ideas. And they plan their meals out in advance, so I really love that. That is a really great way for you guys to kind of help budget yourselves, because those first few weeks are just crazy. They're just crazy town. So I really hope this was helpful for you guys. I'm going to have a lot more different foster and infertility videos coming your way. Please share this with any upcoming foster parents. Please comment below. I would love more questions for you guys. I'm sure I'm leaving out some other details, but I will have other foster videos talking about how to prepare, how to survive, and how to make this work for you guys. So please give me a thumbs up and subscribe, ring the bell, and if you guys have any questions, just let me know. But I will see you guys next time. Bye!